But before we get into the media, because I just feel I don't want to leave no stone unturned.
Okay.
Is there any other ventures you had before getting into the media aspect?
What you mean, like
As far
actually
as
being on camera?
entrepreneurship? No, just before being on camera, dealing with mics. Before that, like after the building, was there anything? I know you mentioned the clothing line.
Oh yeah, I did. I had a clothing line for a little bit, and then I had stopped it. Me and my business partner, we ain't see eye to eye, so I stopped that for a minute.
Was it creative differences, personal?
Both.
Okay.
A little bit both.
And real quick, if you could, what was the motivation behind the clothing line, and what was some of the pieces you guys were putting out?
Like I got so much stuff in my mind. Like I can't turn my brain off. Like every 3 minutes, I'm thinking of a thought, and it's like I came up with selfless apparel my own self because I want a whole selfless line, barbershop, all like I want a whole bunch of shit, car wash, a lot of shit. And I came up with that because I'm like selfless apparel. Like I believe myself to be selfless. Like sometimes too much. I'm like, I'm finna make selfless apparel. So believe it or not, I had met my business partner at work. Like I told you, everything, when I say something to the universe, I don't got to go do nothing. It just come to me. I met the dude at work. I end up having to train him. And he had like on a raw ass sweater. And I'm like, man, where you get that sweater? He like, I made that. I'm like, what, you made that? That day, I bought 3 machines off him. That day. Same day.
You know how to make? You know how to use the machines?
Yes, I got them in my house.
I'm saying when you bought them.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
When I bought them, he told me, if you buy these machines, I'm finna teach you. And he came over and he taught me. And that day, we kicked it off just
free
like
game?
That. Yeah.
Okay.
He like, if you buy the machines, I'm gonna teach you the game. That's what he did. And I bought the machine same day.
What was your overall experience selling apparel?
I loved it. I'm going back to it, but this time I want to make sure I get the domain, I get my licenses, and I get everything right. So can't nothing be no crisscross, no mix-ups, no nothing. And then we gonna go right.
Okay. And were you more of a clothing designer, or were you just putting your logo on pieces?
No, it's more so. Hell no.
Like
when he taught
right
me,
here, the zipper right there.
No, we didn't get to the zipper parts yet. I started off doing the vinyl, but then I started killing it. But then he started teaching me the embroidery machine, and that's when shit got mixed up. But I'm finna go back to learning that because I got all the equipment still at the crib.
Okay. Well, where do you find time to do all this?
Shit. I'm trying to get out. My motto is, I always said, if I put 20 years into something, by the time I'm 45, 50, I should be able to retire and do whatever the fuck I want to do.
For sure.
Why everybody, don't get me wrong, I party right now. I get my party on. But more so, I'm the type of person, if I'm at a party and my job called me to come in, I'm leaving that party and I'm going. Motherfuckers be like, I ain't answering that. I'm answering it. I'm going to work. And shit, I'm going to get that bag because I know 20 years from now, people going to still be having to go to work. I'm going to be like, shit, I'm on an island somewhere. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Vacation.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's get into what you got going on now.
Okay.
And it's a lot.
It's a whole lot.
So, where should we start?
You want to start?
Okay. Let's start with just how you got your foot in the door as far as just the media period. What was it? Was you making live videos at home with your phone? Did you...
Believe it or not, like I said, it fell into my lap. I was going to get my hair done. Shout out to Miss Tuesday, Locks and Lines, on Chicago Avenue across from People's Tacos.
She the one do it now?
She the one who do my hair.
Kill to herself.
Thank you. Going in there, it's like a business meeting in itself. You never know who's going to go up in there. Mm-hmm. I met an individual, a rapper and an actor previous. I didn't even know who he was. We ended up exchanging information. I ain't think nothing of it. You know, when you get a nigga number, I ain't looking him up. I like girls, you know, I ain't who was that, you know, so I still didn't know who he was. But then he started following me, like looking at my stuff, so I started looking, I'm like, oh, okay, he acting this. So I hit him up like, hey man, you know, you need an assistant, you need an actor, I'm trying to break into it, I get the water, I sweep, I do whatever, like, you know, he's like, I'm fucking with that. You know, first I was just finna come on there and just like be security for a little bit. He made me his assistant. That's how I first met you on this show, as his assistant. And then from there, shit, he saw my acting skills and he put me on the show. So it's like, I told you, everything just fall in my lap, man.
Okay. So what's that relationship like now?
Ain't no relationship. He cool, I'm cool, we good.
Yeah.
Different differences.
Okay. Creative differences?
Yeah, very.
Okay. What was the personal relationship like?
That was like my brother.
Yeah. And to this day, is that something that you still do as far as management, or is that experience something that you know maybe?
The experience was great. Like the experience helped show me good and bad of like what to expect, what not to expect. I never take that experience away. I love that experience. Like I love him, but I gotta love him from afar because he also showed me some other shit. So you know, it is what it is.
And when you working with people like that and the relationship may end like that, do you use that for like a blueprint when you working with somebody else? Like they show me this is a wrap, or do you give everybody a clean slate?
Yes and no. It's like it's in the back of my head, but I'm like, I give everybody a clean slate, but if I start to see too many red flags, it's like now it's like okay, I'm paying attention. So I use it as like maybe a map once I see too many red flags. But no, I give everybody everybody get a fresh 24 hours. Sometimes I get the same motherfucker too many chances. So
okay, so how did you go from security to management to being an actress? How did all that unfold? Was it just being around them every day and you was like, man, you might, you know what I'm saying, or you watching the shooting like maybe you should do this? How did that happen?
Well, we already talked about the assistant, but while I was helping him assist, I met Cameron J, who you had on here, and she always told me like, oh, I see something in you and everything like that. And at first, you know, I ain't take heed. I'm yeah, everybody say that, woo, but I started to listen and I started to, you know, peep game. And then shout out to Tay the actor. I also was around him. He on a lot of shit. And
yeah, I was in his name last night.
Yeah, and he took me up under his wing too. And it's like when you got them two working, you can't fail. And then when I got out that situation with the previous guy, you know, Cam hit me up like, you ever thought about hosting? And it's crazy because it's like with my energy, like not on no cocky shit, but I go out and they'll be like, hey, get up on the stage and just say some shit. I'm like, what you want me to say on the stage? Just sing some shit. Like they ask me that all the time because I can bring people together, and I never actually thought about it, but now, you know, hosting.
Okay, so before we get into the hosting, are you currently still doing any managing, or is that still something you provide, or?
Not right now. I never was a manager. I was assistant.
Assistant, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but if need be, like I said, it depends on the day. I could be an assistant. I could be the water boy. I could be the water girl or whatever.
Okay. So from assistant to hosting. What all are you hosting? And before we get into that, how did you prepare yourself for hosting? Because I know you know what I'm saying, you work in the prisons, you deal with a whole lot of different people, you talk well, had a good upbringing. But just being on the mic and, you know what I'm saying, not having dead air and stuff, how did you prepare yourself for that?
Really, it's just natural. Like, I'm just always, like, how you see me now, I'm just a bubbly person. Sometimes get on your nerves, ass motherfucker. Like, I talk to everybody, I'm cool with, I give everybody, like, what up? How you doing? How you feeling? Like, that's how you network. Like, talking is free. Just talk to people.
Okay. So what's the biggest thing about hosting that you had to learn that you didn't expect? Like, even though I know this one, the hosting. But...
Well, I actually haven't hosted yet. Okay. I'm going to start hosting. We bringing back the Warzone, and that's going to be my first host. Well, we got some things lined up, so that's going to be my first official hosting. But to get some practice, I'm going to go like to some clubs and do some hosting.
That's going to be dope. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
That could be something big. Yeah. You know, I'm sure it's in the right hands. You know what I'm saying. So that's something that's gonna put the city on.
I can't wait.
So I'm excited to see that.
I'm so excited, man. I can't wait.
They probably make a movie about that, man.
They better make a movie. If they don't, we will. We making movies.
Sure. That's what I said. Okay, so let's talk about the show.
Which one?
The one you doing with the wellness.
Okay, I got a podcast out right now called Austin Access Granted. Y'all can watch that on While I Cam TV YouTube channel. It drop every Tuesday.
Okay, so and I think that's such a dope concept because just like I mentioned, like I just wanted to highlight the people in the community. You highlighting businesses and places that a lot of us go. You know what I'm saying, on a daily basis. So where did you get that idea from? Was it presented to you?
It was presented to me. Cam J brought it to me with Westside Health Authority. Shout out to Cam J. That's also my manager. She brought the opportunity to me and asked me would I like that, and I said yeah. It's something different. Everybody got a podcast shaking ass. Everybody got a podcast doing this, and no disrespect to them because I'm gonna be on them too.
Sure.
I also want to show my other side. Like, I want to show I could be political. I can get into this. I'm trying to own businesses. I want soccer teams. I want all type of. I got plans, bro. I'm going to do something.
Okay, so what you doing this is it just in the Austin community? Or
Yeah, it's Austin and surrounding communities, so we can reach out to Chicago. If somebody doing something, we want to first reach out to Austin because that's our stomping ground. But if anybody doing something and we want to know about it, we want to get them on the show. We trying to network. Okay. Something positive.
What's the criteria for somebody to have their business on the show?
You just either hit up me or you hit up Cam J or anybody on the production team, and if you got something going for yourself, like we want to talk to you. That's it. Just have something going.
But like I seen something for a restaurant. So like for restaurants, you guys send a taste test in first, or do y'all go?
We got an episode dropping tomorrow. Split in half. They let us go behind the scenes. We went back there. We watching them cook the food. Man, I take you everywhere.
I saw
trying
that.
to take over Food Network.
That's gonna be dope, man. Because Food Network ain't coming here.
You know what I'm talking about? So, but I am
for sure. Is it any place specifically that you're excited to probably reach out to or go to in the future that you like? Man, I always want to see behind the scenes.
I want to go everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like the skies, any place that's trying to fuck with me, I'm trying to fuck with them.
Okay. So we got the I'm forgetting the wellness.
It's Westside Health Authority.
Westside Health Authority
presents Austin Access Granted.
Austin Access Granted.
Yeah, it used to be called Austin Has the Mic, but we had to change it. So
okay. So we got Austin Access Granted, and then it's another podcast that we were discussing before the show.
Yeah,
and I want to get into that a little bit because I think that's also because I think a lot of older adults in our generation, sometimes they don't have the space or the room to have certain conversations. You know what I'm saying? Without somebody getting offended or, you know what I'm saying, not knowing if you could say that here. So if you could, let's talk about that.
Okay. Shout out to Shorty Nick. Shout out to While I Can. That's actually Shorty Nick's show. And she asked me, she was like, would you mind being on the show or whatever? I'm like, no, I appreciate the experience or whatever. Like I said, stuff just falls into my lap and I'm going for it. And that show is raunchy. That show is we getting active, we getting saucy. It's like we asking the question that you won't ask, but we also educating. But we definitely getting in your business.
Okay. And before we get to the show a little bit, I just want to talk about the relationship between you and Shorty Nick.
Okay.
Like, did y'all have a relationship before that? What's the dynamic between you two once you guys aren't?
I met Shorty Nick as an assistant. All the people we working for with While I Can right now, we was all with this one individual on his team. Now we doing other things.
So do you guys think y'all have a good partnership? Is it
what, with all of them?
No, with you and Shorty Nick on the show.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. It's a nice bond. It's a what can I say? She flirty. I'm funny. Sometimes it flip. You know. And then we got Noah Hayes on there, the new king of R&B. Like. It's some shit. Like, watch the show.
Is that a relationship that y'all also work on off camera now that y'all working together, or is it just business?
You mean like personal?
Yeah, just personal.
Like that's my sister.
Like,
yeah,
we gonna go kick it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like
yeah, we all.
Because I feel like the type of shit like that builds like if two co-hosts are personal friends. You know what I'm saying? That conversation. You know what I'm saying? The type of shit to go on and be.
But not even just me and Shorty Nick. It's like the whole Walla team. We go out. They just took us out to Scene 75, and you go have like team.
That's
functions.
Where the games and stuff was at.
Yeah, the games, the batting cages.
I like look for shit to go to like that.
Man, you need to check it out. They got the basketball. It's fun as hell up in there.
Okay, so.
Yeah.